This video is sponsored by Skillshare. What's up guys, it's your girl Brianna aka MiniMarley, and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how I completely transformed my office/filming area, which is pretty much the space that you see right here. So when I moved into this apartment a year and a half ago, I pulled items and pieces from old apartments that I've lived in and basically just put them together and tried to make a cohesive space. As you can see, we have kind of a pink theme going on here, but this does not match the rest of my house at all. The rest of my house has a lot of blacks, whites, browns, neutral tones, and this just is not it. So it's time to revamp and redecorate this area. As usual, I always like to start by creating a Pinterest board to really set the vibe of the area that I'm trying to redecorate or make over, and I pin images that really speak to me and are realistic to what I am trying to accomplish. So as you can see on my Pinterest board, I have a lot of the other colors that I have in my apartment, like the browns, the neutrals, the blacks and whites, like I mentioned. And I also really was drawn to the idea of an accent wall using wallpaper. I love cement and concrete walls. I always thought that was so cool, and I figured why not do this on this space since I have one major wall in this area. So that's what I decided to do. So on day one, I started by clearing out all of this junk that I had underneath my desk. I found a place for everything. I absolutely hate clutter, and this had been getting on my nerves for the past few weeks. And then I'm just going to start taking everything off of my IKEA shelf that I have here in the corner. I'm going to pull this desk away and get all these pictures off of the wall because we are going to start by wallpapering this accent wall. So I searched for a while to find the perfect concrete or cement look wallpaper that would work in my space, and wallpaper can be pretty expensive, but I found a website called Photo Wall, and they had a pretty good deal on wallpaper, and it seemed like it was very good quality, and I'm so happy that I went with it because it was. I will link the wallpaper down below, but I think that it's a really good bang for your buck compared to some other wallpaper that I saw. So my stepdad came over to help me do this, which is so good because I do not know how I would have done it by myself, which is what I plan to do. Bad idea, definitely get someone to help you. So I started by unrolling the wallpaper. This is how the photo wall wallpaper comes. It comes in one long roll. When you're ordering it, you tell them the dimensions of the space that you're trying to wallpaper, and they make it perfectly so that everything aligns. It's already in the right size, and it just worked out perfectly. My stepdad went ahead and applied the paste to the wall, which is just the paste that helps this stick to the wall, the adhesive. It was really easy to do. All we had to do was add water and make sure that we got a really nice thin layer on the wall. And then it was my turn to go in with these strips of wallpaper and hang them. There's a dotted line at the top, and you basically just have to put that in the crease of the wall, as you can see me doing right here, and then just smooth it out, make sure that there's no air bubbles in it. And I ordered the toolkit from Photo Wall, which came with all of the tools that I need, so I didn't have to get anything for myself. Everything was all here, and this process ended up being a lot smoother than I thought. When we got to the plug areas, we unscrewed the plate that's around the actual plug, and we basically just used the box cutter that came with the toolkit to cut around the plug so that this would look really seamless when we screwed the plate back on, and that worked out perfectly. Again, so easy. This went really smooth, and I'm so glad that I had my stepdad's help with this project because it just made it so easy to do. I had no problems lining everything up perfectly, and it just really worked out. Here's a little quick close-up of what the paste looks like, and when you're done applying these strips to the wall, you can take a box cutter and basically just cut off the excess strip of paper that will be at the top of each strip. And this is what the wall looked like when we were done. I am so proud of us for doing this. Moving on to my next project, this is a shelf that I got from IKEA a few years ago, and it also comes in black, which is the color that I really wanted for this space, but my local IKEAs did not have it in stock, and I didn't want to pay so much money for shipping, so I decided to just make this a DIY project and save some coins. And I picked up some spray paint. This is a satin finish black spray paint from Krylon, but you can use whatever brand you have experience with. And I just went ahead and spray painted this shelving unit. I don't know what I saw in that tree, but your girl was shook. Anyway, this was honestly kind of hard to do. I did at least 3 coats because I kept seeing patches of white showing through, and it just wasn't the smoothest spray paint experience, but it worked out. If you look up super close, it's not the best job, but it will do the trick for now. And maybe when my local IKEA has this shelving unit in stock, I will replace it, but for now it honestly looks good, and you can't tell. As you can see, this is what the finished product looked like. So you guys know, if you watched my bedroom makeover, that I love to get prints off of Etsy, go to my local FedEx Kinkos and get them printed and frame my own art. I also like to create a little template. As you can see here, I just map out how I want these images to look and come out with a layout for the wall, and then I basically just follow that. So I also like to get my frames from Target, super affordable, and it's just the best way to do this. I'm telling you guys, if you want to get the exact look that you want, it can be hard to find the exact prints that you're looking for, so you might as well just find them on Etsy and frame them yourself. It just saves so much money. For the 4 images in the middle, I decided to go with these black floating frames, and I framed those 4, as you can see me doing right here. And those 4 came out so pretty, exactly how I planned it out. And then for the other 2 larger images on the side, I used these 18 by 24 poster frames also from Target. And I loved these images that I got. This is Antelope Canyon. And again, I got these images all from Etsy sellers, and I will link you directly to them in the description box below. After framing these 2 prints, the artwork is done. So easy and affordable. And this is where we're at now. I moved the black shelving unit into this space. The concrete wallpaper is up, and I just leaned these photos up on the wall so I could see how everything looked together, and I was loving it. Don't mind this plant that I just put here. I decided to move it because I didn't like it there. But let's just do a really quick haul so I can show you all of the decor pieces that I got for this space. So I knew I wanted to add some coffee table books to this shelving unit, and I picked these all up for $10 each at Amazon. And I also got this acrylic bookend so that you could not even see what was really holding up the books, and I love the way that looks. I got some other coffee table books from Home Goods, and then I got some makeup organizers. I wanted to replace the clear with this black. I got some faux plants and cement pots from Target for only $3 each, and then some candle holders, some pots. All of the rest of these items are from Hobby Lobby, which is my new favorite place. But before we get into styling all of these pieces, let me tell you about the sponsor for today's video. I was so excited when Skillshare reached out to sponsor this video because I truly love what they do. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes that are perfect for creative and curious people that enjoy learning new skills and exploring their passions and hobbies. There are so many topics to choose from film, video, and photography to interior decorating and baking. And I actually get a lot of questions about how I edit my photos and videos, and Skillshare is the perfect place to become a pro at the programs that I use, like Final Cut Pro and Photoshop. Most classes are under 60 minutes, and there are classes for every skill level, so you can make time to fit it into your schedule and work at your own pace. I love having the option to pause and come back whenever I'm ready, any day of the week. Some classes even have hands-on projects where you can share your work with a community of people that are just as passionate about their hobbies as you are. Community is actually a big part of Skillshare, and I love that the platform gives you the opportunity opportunities to join discussions with other people watching the course and ask questions if you're ever stuck. Stella's birthday is coming up, so I've been watching a lot of videos about cake decorating and making a cake from scratch, and it's so helpful to have someone walk me through every single detail step by step. New classes are always being added, and a Skillshare subscription gives you access to all of them, completely ad-free for less than $10 a month. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will get a free trial to the premium membership, so you can get started now. Alright, on to the fun. I'm basically just taking all of the pieces that I got from Hobby Lobby and Home Goods and Amazon, and I'm just going to start styling my new black shelving unit that I repurposed and saved some coins on. And it really all started to come together eventually. At first I was putting things and I'm like, I didn't like the way it looks, but just play with what you have, move things around until you get the perfect fit, and that's pretty much what I'm doing now. The piece of glass that goes in this last shelf actually got lost in my last move, but I like the way that these plants kind of pop through that last shelf anyway. I think it's a really nice touch. I love the way that this shelving unit came together. I think I ended up styling it really nicely, and now it is time to move on to my artwork. I am ready to hang these up, and this took me so long to get everything perfectly straight, but I actually have a really cheap laser leveler that I was able to use and make sure that these lines are perfect. But that's all that I'm doing here, just making sure that I get everything lined up nice and neat, and I'm basically just hanging everything exactly how I had it in the template that I showed you guys earlier, the one that I created on my phone. Definitely have a game plan when you're hanging your artwork so that you know exactly how you want it to look. I was so happy with myself at this point because everything came out so nice and straight, which it sometimes doesn't. So now I'm gonna move on to moving everything from my old clear acrylic makeup organizer to these new black ones. Again, I found these black ones at Home Goods, which it was such a good catch because I had actually been eyeing similar ones on Amazon, but these are really great because they hide all of my makeup, so I feel like it makes things look less cluttered, and it also helps me minimize the amount of makeup that I have on my desk because I really don't use all of it. So this is where we're at now, and I'm just hanging these two little succulent terrariums that I had in my old office space right here, and I feel like this matches so much better with the aesthetic of my new office. It didn't really go that well in the other one, but I think it looks so nice here. So I hung those on both sides, and it's time to just add a few finishing touches. So I made one last trip to Home Goods for a few items to go on this little side drawer that I have here, and I love these pieces that I was able to find. I had to wipe everything down, of course, because coronavirus, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put those in place. And Stella wanted to add her own decor piece, but we're gonna just save that for her room. And I love the way that this came out right here. I think that it looks really nice. And now we only have one more piece, which is something that I've been so excited about. So this is the Ricky tall mirror. Now, when I sit at this desk, I like to do my makeup here a lot, and the lighting is just so bad. It's so hard to see what I'm doing. I have to sometimes set up my filming lights just so that I can see what I'm doing when I do my makeup. So I felt like a vanity mirror would be so functional and perfect for this area. I used to have a dry erase calendar board right here where I now put my vanity mirror, and it was just so useless because I never wrote on it. I like to plan things in my phone, so I think that this goes so well right here. And it actually comes with a remote control and a magnetic clip so that you can put your phone here. It's just such a functional mirror, and I know it's gonna come in handy. It's gonna make doing my makeup so much easier, even recording videos right here if I want to. So I love it. And I also love that this doesn't have those big LED bulbs that I see on a lot of those other glam vanity mirrors. I feel like this one is a lot more sleek, doesn't draw too much attention, and it was just the perfect addition to this space. In case you forgot how my office looked before, here is a quick reminder, and here is what it looks like now. I'm so happy with the way that this project all came out. I think that it looks so much better. The space is just so much more cohesive with the rest of my apartment now, and the whole aesthetic just really fits my vibe. It's just exactly how I wanted it to look. The concrete wallpaper came out absolutely beautiful. I love this vanity mirror, and this shelving unit was styled to perfection, if I do say so myself. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video. I will link all of the products that I can find in the description box below. If you have not already seen my bedroom makeover, you should definitely check that video out next, because it's a lot like this one, a really bomb transformation. And like this video if you want to see more of those. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.